got out there in that diamond and kind of slowed down a little bit, but did a nice job on a close play at first base. So out number one on the Hawks.
Kyra Vasky standing in now. Center fielder playing her normal position here tonight. Kolak is on deck. As there is a ball inside off the plate for ball one. 1-0 the count to Vasky. Comes in with mid-30 at-bats, 5 runs, 7 hits. As the ball outside and low, 2-0 the count. Vasky was 0 for 4 in game 1 against Solon the other night, 2 for 3 in that second game. Kyra 9 hits on the season. Takes a couple more balls there. 3-0 the count here. The lone senior on the team, Kyra Vasky. 6 juniors, 3 sophomores, 5 freshmen, and 3 eighth graders. 18 of the rest for head coach Tiffany Rave. As the 3-0 is outside and high, ball 4. The first walk of the contest brings up Ella Kolak now.
Welcome back, number 33, third baseman, Kolak.
As Ella Kolak, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs in that homer, first of her career on Monday night against Solon. Second game, she stayed hot with a 2 for 3 line, 1 RBI. Skies this one up and out of play. Behind the backstop for strike 1, 0-1 the count. And Coach Tiffany Rave bearing in on a milestone. She's at 199 career wins, 94 losses. So looking for 200 here tonight. 91-46 at West Delaware. Her 8th season overall. She spent those 4 years at Monticello, 108-49. Meeting inside the circle as the umpire is talking to the pitcher, Kessens. Defensively for Marion, Maddie Steppen in left, Dunn is in center, Prayer in right. It's Kraft, Peyton Steffen at short, Ashley at second, Walker the first baseman, Cindy Nielsen is behind the dish. Here's a bunt, got it down. Third base line, Kolak trying to beat out, and she will. Coming in and fielding that one was the third baseman, Kraft, and nowhere to go. As getting to second was Vasky and Kolak to first.
Yeah, it was a perfect bunt right down that third base line. And the third baseman couldn't come in quick enough to get it. And for Kraft, smart play on her part not to try to throw it, maybe make 2 errant to throw and throw it out into right field. So Hawks got a little something going here, first and second with 1 out.
Swing and a miss. Heather Himes standing in now. The freshman. Himes 1 for 3 in game 1. The other night 1 for 4 in that second game. Himes comes in 40 at bats. Takes the ball there. We're even 1-1 the count. 14 hits. 5 runs scored. 360 batting average for Himes. Runners on first and second. 1 down here in the top of inning number 1. They're all up and out for ball 2. 2-1 the count here to Heather Himes. You see Kleitch getting the start inside the circle for the Hawks. She'll come up and face the Indians. The bottom half of this first inning, swing and a miss by Himes. We're even down 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hawks, their third game of the week. They'll have 4 more at the Jessup tournament coming up this weekend, Friday and Saturday. And there is a hit batter. Himes takes that one, and she'll make her way to first. Vasky to third. Kolak to second. Himes on first. Second free pass of the night, allowed by Kestens. First hit batter brings up Emily Martin now.
Yeah, and here's an opportunity for the Hawks right off the bat, top of the first inning, to put some runs on the board and multiple runs. Bases loaded with just 1 out. Allie's going to step in there.
There's a ball outside. Ball 1. 1-0 the count to Allie Martin. She was 0 for 3 in game 1 the other night, 3 for 3 in the second contest with an 8-3 win over Solon. She had 4 runs batted in. Hawks fell in game 1, 4-2. Snapped throw down to third. Getting back in time was Vasky. And they won that nightcap 8-3 on Monday night. Hawks are 2-2 on the east side of play with losses to Solon and Anamosa and 2 wins over those 2 teams. Marion's 1-3 on the west side of the Waback. There's a strike on the outside corner. 1-2 the count. Here to Allie Martin, the fifth batter in this inning. We've had a ground out, a walk, a infield hit, and a hit batter. Bases loaded. One away. A 1-2 on the way. Upstairs, chin high there for ball two. We're even 2-2. That's underway moments ago. Here from Marion tonight. This one is looped up and out of play, left side of the dish. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Nice job fouling off that pitch. That was a good pitcher's pitch right there on the inner portion of the plate. Hard to do anything with that. Allie Martin got to foul out of play and get another pitch here.
And the 2-2 on the way again. She smokes it on the ground. Going to be a foul ball right down the third base line. The left fielder will chase it. West Delaware baseball team was in action tonight at South Tama, but they got to go home early because of that cell that moved through, dumped some rain in the Tama area. They made it to the top of the third, had a lightning delay first. They told everyone to take shelter, and then the rains came. There's a bouncer up the middle. Shortstop will step on the bag for the force out at second, and Steffen makes the play there, forces out Himes. Hawks do score a run as Kyra Kasky comes in for the first run of the game. As Allie Martin reaches first, Kolak goes to third. Leah Wegman, sophomore catcher, stands in now.
Yeah, still an opportunity here with 2 outs to put more than 1 run up here for Leah. That pitch is well outside, ball 1.
Runners on, first and third, 2 away, 1-0 Hawks here. Marion, a very young team, only 2 juniors, no seniors on this team, 4 sophomores, 4 freshmen, and 7 8th graders. There's a strike taken. We're even at 1-1. 17 on the roster for head coach Scott Fruehling in his first season, taking over for Kim Knapp after 11 seasons. So Fruehling, 26 years teaching here at Marion High School. As the 1-1 is swung on and missed. First strike 2, 1-2 the count. Which Fruehling has also been assistant coach for girls track and field, football, baseball, softball over the years, as well as a strength and conditioning coach at one time, taking over the softball program here this year. As the 1-2 on the way, toss off the plate. Inside is Wegman. Takes that one for ball 2, 2-2 the count. Wegman was 1 for 3 in the first game the other night, 0 for 4 in the nightcap. Runners on, first and third, 2 away. Top of the first inning, Hawks lead 1-0. This is a beautiful pitch. Inside corner, belt high, and the looking strikeout. Hawks do get a run. We go to the bottom half of inning number 1. This is West Delaware softball from KMCH Sports. Back into the Marion High School campus, the softball field in front of us here. Out in right center field. To our backs, the Marion baseball team in action tonight against Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon leading 6-5. And that one that was suspended because of lightning off and on tonight. And they're still in game one, have another game to go in that cross-division Waback matchup tonight. There's a strike taken on the outside corner to lead-off girl for Marion. Here in the bottom of inning number one, Jordan Dunn. The center fielder stands in. Dunn, only a freshman, 45 at-bats, 11 runs scored, 11 hits, 3 doubles, 1 triple.
Up to that, shortstop, number 7.
And a swinging strikeout there by Dunn for out number 1. Brings up Peyton Steffen now. Steffen, an 8th grader, 43 at-bats, 13 runs, 10 hits, 2 doubles, 1 triple, 4 RBI. She is batting .233. The lefty chops this one right back inside the circle to Kleitsch. Easy step and throw. The 1-3 ground out for out number 2. Brings up Sydney Nielsen now, one of the leading returning players on this team for Marion. Nielsen, a junior, 19 hits, 4 runs, .452 average, second on the team. And average-wise this year for Nielsen.
And Kleitsch doing a nice job. We're sitting around waiting for 2.5 hours. Came out throwing strikes right off the bat.
There's a hard grounder, right side, up and over. Himes makes the play, routine. Nothing doing. 1, 2, 3. We go to second. Hawks lead 1-0. Hawks softball from KMCH Sports. Back into Marion, top of the second inning. Taya Dimmer stands in, a designated player hitting in the 7th spot for Peyton Lindauer, the first baseman. Dimmer takes the ball inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count to Taya Dimmer. Hasn't seen action in a week or so. Takes a strike there of the knees. I spoke too soon. Did you see her at all on the Monday night, Bill?
No.
And she has started out season playing a little first base, but the rotation and not included her last week. She getting an opportunity here tonight and a ball inside off the plate. And this is what these younger players got to look for when you're given the opportunity. Strive for it and try to keep yourself in the lineup.
Yeah, that's where 8th grader Ella Kolak got in there. She wasn't batting at the beginning of the season, and she's just been a hit machine here as of late.
This one is fly to right field on the run. Freer comes in and makes the catch. The F9 fly out to the right fielder for out. Number 1 brings up
Number 3.
Claire Dimmer now.
Dimmer.
The cousin of 10, Claire, playing short here as usual tonight. Standing in, 1 out. We're in the top of the second inning. 1-0 Hawks. Delaware softball tonight. Top of the 8 o'clock hour. You're listening on Mix 94.7 KMCH, KMCH.com. Manchester, Iowa. Glad to have you along wherever you might be. It's kind of stormy night. I think it stayed away from the KMCH listening area up north for the most part. As we never know what the night has in store, though. Mother Nature, what her mindset is later on tonight with this humid weather. Never know what could pop up.
Yeah, there was some big ones in between west of here and clear out past Des Moines. From looking at the radar, there was some good heavy stuff, red and yellow and purple even on the screen.
2-1 the count. Talked about that, broke up and went south. Got a piece of Tama there for a while and canceled the West Delaware boys baseball team's games at South Tama tonight. They're in the 3rd inning, leading 1-0. So hope to make that up later on in the season. Counts even now to Claire Dimmer, 2-2. Hawks are 6-3 in road games where they are here tonight. This one is a chopper behind home plate for foul ball. Stays even at 2-2.
Kessens took a little something off of that. Claire did a nice job of kind of holding that bat, extended through the strike zone there to at least get a piece of it to foul it off.
2-2 on the way, up and out, chasing it Demmer and coming up empty for the second strikeout off the right hand of Kessens. Swinging K there for out number 2, brings up Eve Wetterworth down. Wetterworth, the left fielder here in the contest. Should mention the Hawks are without the services of Eva Wynn for the next week or so. She had meniscus surgery, had that scoped today. She'll be out at least a week. We wish her the best of getting back, a good recovery for her, the freshman who had her first long ball, the home run in that second game the other night in that 8-3 victory over Solon at Field.
Yeah, and I heard some of the parents up there talking before that she may be able to resume practice as early as Monday. So that would be awesome if she could.
Upstairs for a ball after a strike, 1-1 to the count to Eve Wetterworth here, hitting in the 9th spot. As Eve, the freshman, 27 at bats, 2 runs, 5 hits. She did not play on Monday night. Another ball there. 2-1 to count to number 9 batter, Eve Wetterworth. 2 outs here in the top of inning number 2. Hawks had 1 run on 1 hit. 2 runners left on in the top of the first inning. Off the end of the bat, a little looper behind the dugout on the third base Indian side. And we're even 2-2. Wetterworth stands back in. I think just 185 on the year. On base percentage of .214. The 2-2 on the way. Sends this one in the left side. That's going to get out of play. Back behind the third base Indian dugout again. Marion, in 15 games, has scored some runs. 99 runs scored on the year for the Indian offense. They've allowed 87. The Hawks just 52 runs scored in 13 games. They've allowed 35 runs. The 2-2 on the way outside of the dirt were full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Eve Wetterworth. A fly out and a strikeout so far in this second inning has 2 outs, and Wetterworth is standing in. The lefty, freshman, ready. Bat on the ball, little looper, foul territory. The third baseman giving it great hustle there, not able to bring that in as Kraft. And the count remains full here, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
An exciting baseball game here behind us. Bottom of 7th inning. Marion trails by 1. Bases loaded. 2 outs.
Ball 4. Indians hosting the Mount Vernon Mustangs tonight. Well, a good eye there. Takes it outside for the second walk issued by Kessens, a third free pass in the first 2 innings. As Wetterworth is on first base with the 2 out base on balls, brings up Macy Kleitz now. She grounded out to the shortstop, Hayden Stepp, in her first time up in inning number 1. Stands in here with 2 outs and a runner on first. Here on the top of the second, Hawks with the 1-0 lead. There's a strike right down the pipe, thigh high for strike 1. 1-1 to count. Marion has tied the game up in baseball, and they just won it.
Yeah, 4 runs in the bottom of 7th.
How about that?
Win.
Great effort for Coach Steve Fish, the Hall of Famer and company. Getting the victory over Mount Vernon. They'll have game 2 coming up later on yet tonight. Just getting done with game 1 as that first game started 5 o'clock, but had those lightning delays. And there's a ball upstairs, missing the zone. And we're even, 1-1 the count. Here's Macy Kleitz. 2 outs and 1 on. In the top of inning number 2. Kleitz hitting around 470. There's a hard grounder left side. Kraft, the third baseman, up and over. 5-3 ground out this time. We go to the bottom of the second. Still 1-0 Hawks. West Delaware softball from KMCH Sports. Back into Marion, bottom of the second inning. Chloe Kraft leads things off with a ground out to Ella Kolak at third. Maddie Steffen now stands in, the left fielder. Takes the ball off the plate, a little low for ball one. 1-0 the count. Here to Maddie Steffen, a freshman. 36 at-bats, 8 runs, 9 hits so far. She's got 3 doubles, 10 runs batted in, has hit 2 homers. As a team, Marion 7 home runs on the season. The Hawks with just 3. There's a strike on the outside corner above the knees for strike 1. 2-1 the count. Maddie Steffen batting .250 on the season. And the 2-1 is taken for strike 2. We're even out 2-2. Lacey Kleitsch coming in with her 6-3 record and 9 starts. Her 10th here tonight. Ball outside there, missing his over full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kleitsch has retired the first 4 batters here. Strikeout and 3 groundouts. And there is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Strikeout of the game. And gives us 2 down here. Gracie Goad now, designated player, will stand in. Goad is one of the 8th graders on the roster. 36 at-bats, 4 runs scored. She's got 11 hits, 3 doubles, 7 runs batted in. Batting .306 and takes on the count to Goad. The 6th batter in this Indian lineup. Kleitsch working quickly here, keeping the defensive alert. There's the ball up and out. We're even now 1-1 the count.
And as a defense, you like when a pitcher does that because you can just stay there and be ready every pitch for something to come. And she's doing a tremendous job finding that strike zone.
Here's a hard grounder, right side. Died down before it got to Lindauer. She steps on the bag in the 3U. First baseman unassisted for out number 3. We go to the 3rd. 1-0 Hawks. West Delaware softball from KMCH Sports. The 3rd inning, Kyra Vasky leads things off. 2-3-4, pops it up right side. Second baseman Ashley is there, and the P4 starts off our top of the 3rd inning. Hawks lead this game 1-0. Top of inning number 3, Ella Kolak now stands in. She had an infield hit and was stranded back in the 1st. Stands in here with a 1 out. Back on this one in the dirt. Inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count to Ella Kolak, the 8th grader. Her first home run in game 1 on Monday night, giving the Hawks a 2-1 lead. Solomon able to come back and get the 4-2 victory. There's a liner left side behind Coach Ray in the third base coaching box. And the count is even 1-1. Kolak stands back in. Bill talked about she got her chance after the first few games and has stayed in the lineup, proving that she's a varsity player. Swing and a miss there on off-speed pitch. Tailed away, could not catch up. It's 1-2 now to Ella Kolak. And that's what you like to see, those younger players getting opportunity and being able to stick in the lineup. And definitely got some talent. She's proved that she belongs. That one she could not catch up to. That one was letter high from Kessens that time and goes down swinging for out number 2. Brings up Heather Himes now. As Himes hit by a pitch and forced out back in inning number 1. Stands in here with 2 outs. Top of the 3rd. Hawks lead this game 1-0.
Kessens did a nice job walking her up out of that strike zone. Did a good job, just brought her up and unable to hold off on that pitch up around the shoulders. A good pitcher's pitch.
Strike 1 taken by Himes. 0-1 the count. Heather Himes, the freshman, hitting the ball hard. Good majority of her bats. Takes the ball above 1 and 1 the count. This one will float her off the bat. Dies down in the dirt. The shortstop, Stefan, was there. Kind of looked past it. He glanced at the runner first, took her eye off ever so slightly, and had to get by her. E6, our first error of the game. I think Stefan would tell you the play that she should have made. I think just took her eye off the ball a little bit after that ball hit.
Diamond's a little soft. Sometimes when that ball hits, it doesn't really take a true bounce. It kind of skids a little bit, like a ball in a sand trap. Like I wouldn't know how that works.
What?
Yeah, I wouldn't know how that works.
Golf game last night in Tuesday Night League.
It was much better than it has been the last 2 weeks. Thanks for that.
Grounder off the foot of the pitcher, but a nice play. So a 1-5-3 ground out as Kraft got to it and throws out Martin at first. Allie Martin with a ground out for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still Hawks 1-0. West Delaware softball from KMCH Sports. Hawks lead the Marion Indians 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Madison Prayer will lead things off for Marion. 7-8-9 here. Prayer, the right fielder, and has worked herself to a 3-0 count here. Prayer, Kessens, and Walker due up for Marion. There's a lining looper into center field. Gets by Vasky. Left fielder Weatherworth throws it in. Not going to be in time at second. So the single and the error. The ball got past Vasky. Freer is on with the first hit of the game after 6 retired in a row for Macy Clay.
Yeah, she got herself behind 3-0 and had to get too much of the plate there. A nice job by Freer to go after that 3-0 pitch. And hit it out there. And then Kyra trying to come in a little bit too quickly maybe. The ball just kind of skidded on the grass by her there for an error. Runner at second with nobody down.
Megan Kessens now, the pitcher of record for the Indians, stands in, takes a strike. 0-1 the count to Kessens. 13 at bats, 2 runs, 4 hits. She has 4 runs batted in, has walked once, and is hitting .308. It's a piece of this one rolling outside. Off the end of the bat, foul ball. Wegman chases it down, and the count is 0-2. So getting ahead here, Kleich. The bottom part of this Marion lineup. One on, nobody out. Bottom of inning number 3. It's too far outside for ball 1. 1-2 the count. To Kessens. Carly Walker, the right fielder, waits in the on-deck circle. The 1-2. Swung on and missed by Kessens on a pitch. Outer half, thigh high. Couldn't catch up to it. That's the third swinging strikeout off the right hand of Macy Kleich. One away here. Brings up Carly Walker now.
That's a good job by Kleich. With a runner at second, nobody out, as a batter, your job is to get that runner over to third base where they can score on a base hit, fly ball the outfield, wild pitch, and that kind of stuff. And wasn't able to do that. I guess got her out on strike. So nice job by Macy.
This one is a slow grounder, right side. First baseman trying to pick it up and tag her, and bobbling it is Lindauer. And the second error in the inning for the Hawks defensively now, as that's a classic example. She was trying to make the play before she fielded the ball, as the rain has just started to fall here lightly in Marion. The first rain we've seen here tonight. It's been lightning that we've got from that cell that went past us. Went to the south, but now some rain here. Light falling rain as a few umbrellas are out in the bleachers. As Walker is on with the error. Breer is on third now. Top of the order is Jordan Dunn.
She got ground ball at first baseline. I think maybe she kind of took her eye off that a little bit to see if that runner at second was going to third if she had a chance at her.
Walker will steal with nobody making a play as Wegman held on to it with a runner on third. So second and third, one out. Marion has their first chance of scoring here with 2 runners on scoring position at the bottom of the third. Hawks lead this game 1-0. They scored their run in the top of the first inning. Here's a bunt right side, goes foul. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, they're getting Marion trying to get that run in any way they can here, down 1-0. The runner at third with 1 out. Trying to bunt them in. Hawks already had 2 errors this inning. Make them field the ball.
Ball down and in. And evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jordan Dunn led off the bottom of the first inning with a strikeout swinging. Her first time up. Stands in here with 2 runners on and 1 down. The 2-2 is taken just outside off the plate for ball 3, and we're full 3-2. Light's trying to get herself out of this jam. Has been impacted with 2 Hawk defensive errors. Here's a bouncer, foul left side. We'll do the 3-2 all over again.
And base runners that are on are the 7 and 9 hitters in their lineup. So the bottom part of that lineup coming through, for Marion doing what they do to get on base and get to the top of the order.
3-2 from Kleich. On the way. This one's skied right side. And it's stay in fair territory. Second baseman Himes goes back and makes the catch. Calls off her outfielder, Martin. And the pop out to the second baseman for out number 2. Good job by Himes, the freshman, staying with that ball. She had it. You see an easier catch for the outfielder coming in instead of the infielder going out. But Himes had a beat. She made the play. Kudos to her.
Yeah, she did a nice job there. An alert that the runner at third might tag.
And a soft little liner off the bat of Peyton Steffen. The L1 ends it, and the Hawks get out of the jam. Still 1-0 West Delaware. We go to the 4th. This is Hawk softball from KMCH Sports. is a grounder right side off the bat of Leah Wegman as Wegman grounds out to start this top of the fourth inning. It's Wegman, Dimmer, and Dimmer here due up for the Hawks. Dimmer stands in now. She flied out to the right fielder, Greer, her first time up. So 1 out here, the top of the fourth inning. Hawks lead this game 1-0. Starting a little later tonight at 7:44. Game 39 minutes old as we're on the top of the fourth. The Hawks lead 1-0. Hawks coming in with an 8-5 overall record. Marion has 8 wins, 2 and 7 losses. There's a strike taken inside corner, 1-1. Marion, a Class 4A school. There's 17 of 48 4A schools. As a enrollment of 500. There's a ball fouled off the bat for strike 2, 1-2 the count. New consolidation this year. The Isaac Newton Academy's numbers count for Marion School District. So Hawks at 350 to the top team of 64 teams in Class 3A. Iowa Girls Sports. There's a ball misses upstairs. We're even out 2-2. Taya Dimmer, 1 out here in the top of the fourth inning. Dimmer flies this one up in the air, and the third baseman gets over and makes the catch. It popped out for out number 2. Brings up Claire Dimmer now.
Shortstop, Dimmer.
Claire Dimmer struck out swinging her last time in the second inning. Hawks have just 1 hit. Came in that first inning when they scored a run.
That was a bunt.
The infield variety hit. There's a ball flowing deep to right field. Getting back there is Prayer and putting it away off the bat of Claire Dimmer. So the F9 fly out to the right fielder, out number 3. Bottom of the fourth, here we come. Hawks off ball from KMCH Sports. Along with in-studio producers Nick Juergens and Ashley Vick on East Main Street back in Manchester. John Swisher, Bill Logan, glad to have you along on this windy again Wednesday night. Had the wind to start. It died down. Now it's picked up again. And that light rain continues to fall as the wind is bringing in the press box here at Marion now. 0-1 the count to Sydney Nielsen leading things off. At the bottom of the fourth inning, Hawks lead this game 1-0. Nielsen batted .508 with 17 doubles and 10 home runs a year ago. It's a Class 4A second-team All-Stater. Bouncing ball right side. Himes gets to it and will go on to first. You hear that wind picking up in our microphones here. The 4-3 put out, ground out there for out number 1. As Chloe Kraft will stand in. Kraft grounded out her last time to Dimmer. This is a strike taken by Kraft. 1 hit on the Marion side of things as well that came in the third inning when they stranded runners on second and third. This ball is hit well. Vasky taking a step and a half back and hauls it in. The F8 fly out to the center fielder for out number 2. Brings up Maddie Steffen now.
Yeah, that was fortunate for the Hawks. It was right at Kyra in center field. She hit that in the gap. That's an easy stand-up double because that was hit hard.
2 away here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Maddie Steffen takes the ball outside. Checking the Major League Baseball scoreboard. The Cubs are beating the Phillies at Wrigley Field. Anthony Rizzo had a mammoth home run early in the ball game. Into the fourth, and that one comes up 3-0. The Dodgers are losing to the Pirates 8-7. Bottom of the 6th in Pittsburgh in that one. 2-0 the count here to Matty Steffen. Yankees in Toronto tied at 0 in the bottom of the 9th. Foul ball left side, strike 1. 2-1 the count here to Matty Steffen. Boston ahead of Detroit 5-1, top of the 7th. Colorado beating the Reds 5-3 in Cincy in the bottom of the 6th. Ball up and out for ball 3. 3-1 to count to Steffen, the third batter in this bottom of the 4th. 2 away. Hawks lead this game 1-0. As there's a grounder left side, deep in the hole. Dimmer fires across. Got her, girl. 6-3 ground out for out number 3. We go to 5th. Hawks lead 1-0. Back after this from KMCH 4. Top of the 5th inning is here. Eve Wedewer stands in. 9-1-2 slated for the Hawks. Wedewer, Kleitch, and Vasky. This windy night. Still very light. A sprinkle now. At Marion. As they say that, it picks up a little more. 1-1 the count. As Eve Wedewer standing in, takes the ball outside. 2-1 now to Wedewer. She walked and was stranded back in the 2nd inning. 1-0 Hawks. The lead. Now it's raining a little heavier. And there's a ball strike on the outside corner for strike 2. 2-2 the count. And we'll see how long we can go here as it really starts to rain heavy now. 2-2 as the fans start to scatter a little bit behind home plate. We're up in right center field in the press box that shares with the baseball field. It's 1-0 Mount Vernon in the top of the 1st inning in that game, too. But Marion won the first one, comeback fashion in the 7-7-6. This one is fouled back to the fence. Good battle by Wedewer. 3-2 the count. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. Really coming down now. As there is a ball that bounces to the backstop, a walk. And the baseball game just suspended because of lightning.
Well, they're shaking hands like it's...
I can't believe they wouldn't wait a little bit.
Yeah. Coaches are shaking hands.
We're still playing softball here as Macy Kleitch. They saw some lightning off in the distance, off the east, back behind us. As we're hoping to play on. This was similar earlier in the night where baseball was still playing and the JV game was suspended because of lightning. 1-0 the count here to Macy Kleitch. Runner on first. Nobody out. Top of inning number 5. Hawks lead 1-0. This is an official game now. As after 4 innings, the Hawks won one of those weather suspended games, and there is the lightning call from the umpires, and now we are under a lightning delay at 8:32. Our lightning delay, of course, every half hour lightning strike is seen, another half hour. So we're at least a half hour now before we can go back on here for this game. As with the rain here, too, it's going to be a little bit yet if we do get play resumed here tonight. We're at the top of the fifth inning. The Hawks leading this game 1-0. We'll send it back to the studio with a check of the weather and then back into music until we have an update for you from Marion. This is West Delaware softball as they lead 1-0 from Marion High School softball field. John and Bill saying so long for now. And welcome back into Marion. Looks like we're going to have softball yet here tonight. We resume the top of the fifth inning. West Delaware leading Marion 1-0. Runner on first and nobody down. One team's deciding to wait, of course, with only a couple more innings to get in. Official complete game would be after 5 innings, so the Hawks are under an inning away from a victory here. Right, Coach Tiffany Ray would be a milestone one, is looking for career victory number 200 here tonight, sitting at 199 and 94 losses in her 8th season. 2006 EDCO graduate, 2010 Luther College all-conference catcher. As getting closer here, final warm-up tosses by the pitcher, Kessens, who comes back after the delay, as had the initial 30-minute delay, and then you add 15 minutes on top of that. So 45-minute delay here from Marion, and here we are ready to get this game back going at 9:18. 46 minutes to be exact now. 9:18, we will start it up as the Hawks and the Indians here in the top of the fifth inning. 1-0 Hawks with the advantage. There's a bunt on front of the plate. Third baseman there fires, second baseman covering, as Kraft over to Ashley for the 5-3 on the 5-4 on the push. Bunt, round number 1. Weber moves to second base. The 1 on with fifth. Hawks lead this game 1-0. Kessens with the pitch is lined down the third base line. That's a fair ball. Whatever will score. Hawks up 2-0. On a base hit by Kyra Vasky, the senior, comes through, walking and scoring her first time up. Popped out last time, and a sharp single down the third base line. Just like that, the Hawks lead this ball game 2-0.
Yeah, did a nice job. That lead-off walk. Both runs scored and got on base via the walk, and taking that 2-0 lead. But what a big hit down that third baseline! A nice shot by Kyra Vasky.
And Vasky picks up only her second RBI of the season with that one-out single. 2-0 Hawks, top of the fifth inning. And look now, she got an infield bunt hit. She skies this one deep center field, and gone! Just to our right over the center field fence, for their second home run in as many nights. She had her first career dinger on Monday night in Game 1 against Solon. Now her second one of the 2-run shame up 4-0 here in the top of the fifth inning. What a blast off the bat of the 8th grader that time.
Yeah, she got that up in the air, and I kind of thought maybe there is a breeze, but even if there wasn't, that thing was going to get out of here. Nice dead center field, and extra 2 runs. I was thinking when it was 2-0, the base one out would be huge to get a 3-run lead. But boy, she rocketed that right out of here. So nice, powerful bat by Ella Kolak.
More RBIs for Ella Kolak here on the season. She had 3 the other night. So 5 in the last 2 games. Now 11 on the season. She leads the team in that category. Standing in now is Heather Himes. Himes reached on an error, stranded her last time, was hit by a pitch, and forced out back in the first. 0-2 the count to Heather here with 1 down. Top of the fifth, the Hawks have scored high, but playable for the center fielder, and putting it away is done. The F8 there, fly out to the center fielder for round number 2. Britton now grounded out her last time in the third. Reached on the fielder's choice, stranded back in the first. So 3 in for the Hawks. But that's exploding here in this top of the fifth inning. After 1 run in the first. Three hits on the night for the Hawks. There's a ball outside. After the ball, it's 2-0. It's Allie Martin. the junior right fielder. Keston's back on the rubber and ready with a pitch. Strike. Taken at the knees, right over the middle of the dish for strike one. 2-1 the count. Here to Allie Martin. The sixth hitter this inning for the Hawks. Ball taken upstairs, 3-1. Martin back in and ready. Delaware dugout. Making some noise along the first base side. Follows this one back to the fence. Make the count full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 away. Top of the 5th inning. Hawks lead this game 4-0. Looking for their 9th victory of the year. Coming in 8-5. The Indians are 8-7. There is a foul ball. Just nicked the bat. Martin, as she did not swing completely and hit the catcher and drop to the dirt behind home plate for a foul ball. To the 3-2 pitch all over again here with 2 away. Bases clear after the dinger by Kolak. And there is the hit batter. Step the ball forward. Hits Martin. She'll make her way to first base. So 2 out. Hit by pitch. Leah Wegman now stands in. She grounded out her last time of the 4th. Struck out looking back in the 1st.
Second time the Hawks have been hit by a pitch. They got hit by a pitch in the 1st and did Heather Himes. See if they can get a little 2 out.
3 walks in this game allowed by Kessens as well. There's a hard hit into left field by Wegman. Bobbled on the left fielder, but she kept it in front of her. And the runners will be at first and second. So Wegman with the bat on the ball that time, giving herself a nice hit as Wegman gets another hit for herself on the season. She's got 10 now on the year, the sophomore catcher. And courtesy runner at first base.
Can't tell what the number is.
Standing in is Taya Dimmer here. Dimmer ready.
Looks like 12.
Looks like 12. Well, 12 would be Klosterman, remember, from that first game, right?
Oh, yeah.
But that's not
Dimmer. No.
2-0 the count. Here's to Taya Dimmer. 8th batter this inning, Dimmer. 0 for 2, flied out in the 2nd, popped out her last time of the 4th. Swings and misses there, and a pitch let her high for strike 1. 2-1 the count. And the 2-1 on the way. Strike on the outside corner around the knees, and we're even 2-2.
Make something happen right here now. 2-2, 2 out. Runners can be going on anything.
2-2 on the way, and it's hit right side. That's going to get down in fair territory. Slipping on the grass is the right fielder, Freer. 1 run will score, and the runners will hold up at first and third. 5-0 Hawks.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job of hitting coming out of this lightning break here. They've really come out and attacked hard. They had a double, a home run, and now a couple singles. But really done a nice job. They actually hit the ball better since the break. The only hit they had before that was a bunt single.
Great to see Taya Dimmer hit that one hard down the right field line that time. Claire gets into this one. That's going to be gone. A home run off the bat of Claire Dimmer. As Claire Dimmer, a 3-run dinger. Her 5th of her career, her 2nd this season. She had one last week against Clear Creek Amana, and now a 3-run job. And the Hawks just exploding here, and they'll be batting around as the 9th batter there. Claire Dimmer gives her team 3 more runs.
Yeah, that was a no-doubter again. Did a nice job lofting it to dead center field, and got over the fence easily and nice job. A lot of this with 2 outs. 5 runs scored after 2 were out. So they've done a nice job here of after the bases got empty to put them back on base and clear them off again. So a great rally here by the Hawks.
7 runs this inning. Hawks lead 8-0 after leading 1-0 coming into this 5th inning. All this coming after that 46-minute lightning delay. The 10th batter in this inning is Eve Wedewer, who led off the inning back before the delay with a walk. For the first of 7 runs and a walk, sacrifice bunt out, a hit by Vasky, a 2-run homer by Kolak, fly out by Himes, hit batter by Martin. Wegman got a hit, Dimmer got a hit, and then a 3-run shot by Dimmer. Claire Dimmer, that is. Where we're standing in here. This one. Blue hit on a line over the head of the center fielder, Dunn. And Wedewer will go into second base with the 2-out double. So the hit parade continues here.
Yeah,
6 hits in the inning.
Yeah, and she's left-handed, and they like to slap it with her a lot, but she's bad. She just proved it right there. So a lot of these opposing teams are probably going to have to do a little bit of defensive changing here now, thinking that left-handers coming into a slap hitter is that's why you do that. Draw those outfielders and get the infielders out of it hard.
But Froehling now will take a timeout and have the entire infield and his best switch. We'll tell you more about the new Marion pitcher when we come back. Hawks strike for 7 runs at the top of the 5th. They lead 8-0 with 2 down. This is Hawks Softball from KMCH Sports. Welcome back in. Macy Clyde settling in the top of the order for the Hawks, the 11th batter in this inning. Clyde takes a strike, 0-1 the count. Runner on second, 2 away. Eve Wedewer, the latest Hawk to get a hit. 6 hits in this inning, 7 runs scored, and 2 home runs. 2-run homer by Kolak, 3-run by Claire Dimmer. Strike 2 taken by Clyde there, 0-2 the count. 5 home runs on the season now by the Hawks offense. 4 of the 5 coming this week, 2 on Monday night. This one hit well on the center field. That's going to get down and bounce up against the fence, land on the warning track right down in front of us. Clyde will get a 2-out. Stand up, RBI double. Boy, there, right now.
Yeah, it's amazing what the difference was. The first 4 innings, they only hit the head with a bunt single back in the first inning. But boy, since they come out here, ate some kind of muscle pill, energy pill, something. They are just attacking that ball. 3 doubles, 2 home runs, and
8 runs this inning. 9-0, and there's a hit batter. Hit Vasky on the right. Hobbled down to first base. The 3rd hit batter.
Third baseman, 33, Kolak.
The 2nd this inning. Runners on 1st and 2nd here. 2 away. Kolak standing in. She has a 2-run shot earlier this inning to give the Hawks their 2nd and 3rd runs the inning. 13th batter in the inning, standing in. She lines this one in down in the right field. One run coming in to score. Throw is up the line towards first base. Kleitz will. Vasky gets to third on the RBI single by Kolak. So 3 RBIs in her last 2 at bat. As Kleitz comes in on the hit to right field. Heather Himes stands in. Kolak on first. Pitch outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count.
Himes made the second out of the inning when she flied out to center field earlier, so there's been 8 straight batters got on base after 2 were out.
10-0 Hawks. 7 of the 9 runs this inning have been scored after 2 outs. 2-0 the count. Here to Heather Himes. Runners are 9 runs scored in this inning. Fitz after the 40-second weather delay. Strike at the knees on the outside corner for strike 1. 2-1 the count. A stellar baseball team was rained out tonight at South Tama. They're in the top of the third, leading 1-0 before the lightning delay came. Then the rains came in Tama, and the Hawks made the trip home after taking part in that game in a little over an hour. We'll decide to make that up or not later down the road. We'll have West Delaware baseball for you Friday night. Second game of a doubleheader at home at 7 o'clock. There's a ball deep in the hole. It's short. Not being able to be corralled by the shortstop, Steffen. Vasky will score as Kolak moves up to second. And Himes is on.
I gave it a base hit. I don't even feel it. Right, to be able to think she could have done it. So
tough play indeed.
Heather says, I'm not making the second and the third out in an inning. I'm just not going to do that. So what an offensive rally here. What a way. Hopefully the Hawks can hang on to this thing.
9 hits, make that 10. Right up the middle. Allie Martin gets in the hit category as another run will score. RBI for Martin now. As
first second of the game.
Himes up RBI, the fielder's choice back at the first. Pollock comes in to score. 10 hits, 11 runs this inning. 12. Strike, an inside corner for these. Leah Wegman stands in. 15th batter this inning. Wegman standing in there. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Takes the ball downstairs. Ball 1, Reeve.
Runners advancing the catcher ever so slightly, so a good late base running.
Wegman stands back in. She had a hit to left field and scored her last time in the 5th. A 1-1 on the way. This one's up and out of play. Right side. The new pitcher for Marion, the 8th grader, Haley Slaymaker. This is her 7th appearance. She's had 2 starts, 2-1 record. 15 2/3 innings pitched. She's got 1 save as well. 16 hits against her coming in. 13 runs against. 11 of them earned. A 4.91 ERA. Opponents were hitting .239 against her. The 1-2 on the way downstairs for ball 2. We're even 2-2.
Yeah, now they got the 12 runs in the bottom and then get the 10-run victory. But what a memorable 200 victory for Coach Rave. This will be having a lightning delay, have to sit there and then have this kind of an explosion.
Bouncing ball, just going to be fouled down the third base line. Efforting was the third baseman Kraft that time. Counts 2-2 to Leah Wegman. Back in and ready. Wegman, runners on second and third, 2 away. At the top of the 5th inning. Just outside off the plate for ball 3. We're full, 3-2. And Wegman back in and pitch on the way from Slaymaker. Popped up out of play. Behind the backstop. And we'll do the 3-2 coming up here all over again. Leo Wegman, 1 for 3 on the night. Grounded out back in the fourth, struck out in the first. Now the 3-2 in the dirt, inside, ball 4. The inning continues with a 2-out walk. Kaya Dimmer now will stand in. She had a hit to right field and scored her last time up in the 5th. Now Coach Rave coming on, inserting a courtesy runner. Again. Looks like it's going to be the same one. Still can't get a number.
On the bat, number 21, designated player is Dimmer.
The lights are glaring. Is it 32? Lights are glaring on that orange number on those gray uniforms.
Maybe Kayla Felton. That could be a possibility. She's been a courtesy runner this year, yeah.
I'm going to say it's her this time. Standing in is Dimmer, 16th batter this inning. Takes the ball outside, 1-0 the count. Hawks have scored 11 times in this top of the 5th. Lead this game 12-0. Swung on and missed. Up and in pitch, chased it, came up empty. Counts even, 1-1. Not good news from Wrigley Field. The Phillies come back and tie up the Cubs 3-3 in the top of the 8th inning on the Major League Baseball scoreboard. Pittsburgh over the Dodgers, 11-9, bottom of the 8th there. There's a strike. 1-2 the count, 2 down. Elsewhere, the Yankees ahead of the Blue Jays, 2-0 in the top of the 13th. White Sox ahead of the Twins, 5-2 in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-2 coming here to Taya Dimmer, the designated player. And she fouls this one back and out of play.
Yeah, that's a good 1-2 pitch. Took a little something off of that. And that Demmer had to just hang that bat along a little bit to foul it straight back out. And she'll get another attempt here on a 1-2 pitch.
This one is fisted and a valiant effort by the catcher. Diving Nielsen cannot come up with it, though.
It was a great effort there. She did, and then just saw it out the corner of her eye and dove for it. Had it there for a minute, but then as she hit the ground, I think it forced it out. So Denver will get back in there for another 1-2 pitch.
2 outs, bases full of Hawks. Huge offensive inning for the Hawks here. It's taken eye high upstairs for ball 2. We're even 2-2. This one is fouled up and out of play left side. It's on the top of the fence and goes over. Bounds off a Marion fan. 2-2 the count. At 4 innings complete. Around 45 minutes. Then had that 46-minute weather delay here before the Hawks came back up. And now another foul ball by Dimmer.
Nice tough at bat by Denver. She's fouled off some good pitches there by Slaymaker. They had the DP here tonight doing the batting for the first baseman, Lindauer.
Swung in the dirt, and the catcher's going to step on the plate for the force out for the 3rd out. But the Hawks score 11 times in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom half. They lead 12-0. This is Hawks softball from KMCH Sports. Back into Marion, bottom of the fifth inning. Hawks need to hold the Indians here. Get out of here with a 10-run victory if they can, as there's a ground ball. Nice play by the first baseman, Lindauer. It hit her glove. It bounded to Himes. Himes, a little flip toss. It was to the right of Lindauer. She reaches up with her bare hand and makes the play. So the 3-4-3 everyday ground out there for out number one. The Hawks 2 outs away here as they lead 12-0. 10 runs after 5. Softball rule, or 12 after 3. Hawks exploded in the top of the fifth after the 46-minute lightning delay. 11 runs, 10 hits. More impressively, it wasn't what Marion was doing defensively. No errors for the Indians. 3 left on base. 2 walks and 2 hit batters there, so 4 free passes helped out. The Hawks sent 17 batters to the plate in that top of the fifth inning. 2-1 to count here to Madison Breer, the right fielder. This one is bounced right side foul, and we're even now 2-2 the count. Macy Kleitch has a heck of a game going for herself. A one-hitter here. 1 hit, shutout, going for the complete game here. Hawks defenses have had 2 errors. Marion's left 2 runners on base. So foul back out of play, and the count remains 2-2.
Yeah, the one shaky inning they have. It seems like the Hawks, most games, it seems like they've always got 1 inning. It's just kind of the downfall a little bit. And tonight they got out of it, gave up a hit and a couple of errors, but got out of it without giving up any runs.
That one bounced just to the left of the Martin vehicle out there with the gate open. On the SUV. It almost bounced right in there. This one is up in the air, foul territory. It's going to bounce behind the first base Hawks dugout. 2-2 the count with 1 away here in the last of the fifth inning. Marion needs to score 3 runs to keep this game alive. There's a bouncer right up the middle, past the efforting shortstop Dimmer into center field where Vasky gets to it. It's a 1-out single off the bat of Breer, the second hit of the game. Breer also had the first hit back in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, so Macy Kleitch has pitched an outstanding contest here, and now just see if they can finish this thing here and complete what would be a memorable night.
I'll foul back. Slaymaker coming in the 8th spot for Keston's the starting pitcher in this game. One and one the count here to the 8th grader Slaymaker. Oh, and 2, they say. The count now to Slaymaker. Up and out for a ball, 1-2. Runner on first, 1 away. In the bottom of the 5th, Hawks lead this game 12-0. There's a grounder left side. Got the force out at second. Nice play by Dimmer. Hard throw. Himes had to get the throw and stay on the back with their left foot. The force out there, 6'4" variety for out number 2. Brings up Carly Walker, now the number 9 batter. Reached on an error, was stranded her last time in the 3rd. Also had a stolen base. And we're going to see a pinch hitter here.
Well, probably courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner. Okay. Reached on the fielder's choice. We're going to get a courtesy runner. And it is
Courtesy runner Kylie Kramer.
Kramer. Getting the duties on first. Kylie Kramer, an 8th grader, one of the 7 dressed on this roster for Coach Furling and company. Down, safe is the call at first. 1-1 the count with 2 down. Here to Carly Walker. Ball up and out there for ball 2. 2-1. Hawks with the 12-run lead. They had 1 in the first. first and 11 runs in the top. There's a bouncer. Second base. Himes going to throw on. Got her girl. And there's your ball game. 4-3 ground out for out number 3. And the Hawks will win this one 12-0. 10 after 5 innings. This one is complete. That's not what we expected when we went into the weather delay with a 1-0 lead for the Hawks in the top of the 5th with one on and nobody out. But boy, the bats come alive. And they give Coach Rave her 200th career victory in exciting offensive-powered fashion here tonight. Well, Hawks get the victory. We'll come back. Our postgame starts next. 12-0 your final. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Well, awesome. I had no idea.
Yeah, well, it is.
Awesome.
And welcome back into Marion as the West Delaware Hawks get the victory here in this varsity contest tonight as they win 12-0 in the 10-run rule 5 innings. After that 46-minute weather delay, the Hawks offense comes out. The hit parade was on. 2 homers in that top of the 5th inning. And what an effort, and what a career victory number 200. First of all, congratulations to you.
Well, thank you for that. I had no idea until I just walked up here.
I know you don't worry about those numbers.
Hey, we don't worry about those.
You like the 1 and 2 that's on the scoreboard at the end of the night.
Yeah, I do. Oh, my gosh. You know, I have told you guys, and I've told the girls time and time again what they're capable of. And they do it in practice for me every single day. And for them to come out 1 through 9 and get it done in that inning after waiting and waiting and waiting was so awesome to see. And I mean, we're not talking blue hits. We're talking base hits, hard line drives, doubles, home runs. And I've told them all along, you know what? If you keep swinging the bat hard, that stuff will just happen. And so how fun for them to go out and see those results tonight in that top of the 5th.
Yeah, what a top of the 5th, one that we've never seen anything like it. 10 hits, no defensive errors by Marion, 2 walks and 2 hit batters. 17 batters went to the plate for the Hawks in that inning, and just outstanding effort, not to overshadow the great pitching performance by Macy Kleitz tonight, who came and got it done, had to withstand the 46-minute weather delay as well, but she came back out and gave up a hit or so in that last inning. 1 hit, 2 on the night here against Marion, but what a job by Kleitz as well.
Oh, yeah. You know, in the crowd tonight, you would have had no idea that we were in, 3 days. I mean, Macy held her composure so well. Every time she stepped on the mound, I mean, she was ready to go and kept moving the ball around against Marion's a good hitting squad. And, you know, I just told the girls, I said, you know, they've been taking games from people and playing some really competitive games against really great teams. And we just got it done on defense, and Macy really did her job on the mound tonight. We did a good job of backing her up.
And 14 games in the book, and we've seen a lot of different lineups in this offense, and that's put on by you trying to get something happen, trying to put these girls where they, as a coach, you put them where they can best succeed. And Macy Kleitz starting off the top of the order tonight. You switch some other girls around, some other girls coming in. We wished Eva Wynn best of luck coming back with her scope here today. So that's good to hear that maybe a quicker recovery than expected. But yeah, putting those girls in that lineup to succeed, and boy, they really came through tonight.
You know, they really did. And that's something from when we have our meeting in March that I tell the kids. You know, no matter what team you're on, you are on that team for a reason. And whether, you know, you're on the field or you're not, I've told these 18 kids, you're here for a reason, and I believe that you can do it. And, you know, you said it best. We've seen a lot of different lineups with a lot of different girls in those lineups. And even in our JV levels as well, some of the girls that maybe didn't necessarily get some varsity innings tonight are swinging the bat as well. And so I love as a coach to have that option. I love, you know, what it brings to our practices and what it brings to our games is this competitive drive to get better every single day. And so it's so fun to see that no matter who we have in that lineup, you know, our lineup was different than it was against Solon in game 2 the other night, and we were able to hit the ball. And to see a completely different lineup tonight do the exact same thing was really, really great to see. And so I'm loving what I'm seeing, and I feel like it gives us a lot of options.
Well, I had everybody in the lineup tonight had at least 1 base hit. That doesn't happen very often at all. Usually maybe 7 or 8 can, but every one of them in the starting lineup had a base hit tonight. Macy Kleitz, a 2-hitter, and I had her for 62 pitches in 5 innings. I mean, that's getting it done. And also total team effort. And you know, it just seems like these kids are getting a little more confidence in themselves, getting a little better each game. You know, another error-free game tonight, and all that stuff. So I mean, just some things that you know, that's what you want to do, is just get better each game, and they're doing that.
It is. You know, we suffered a couple losses early that, you know, I obviously as a coach thought, you know, we could have got those games, but you said it best. If we step on the field every single day and we get better and we do our job, it's going to come. And to get that kind of a victory, I mean, what a great confidence booster. And you guys have been around this game a long time. You know that, you know, the game of softball is a game of confidence. athletics is a game of confidence. If you believe that your skills will get it done, you'll get it done. And so to see that confidence grow within them, I mean, how fun for them and how fun for me as a coach to see them. And so, it's fun to watch them swing it at the plate. And we've been really focusing on that mental aspect of our game, and I think is making us more confident at the plate.
Winning 4 of 5 now, trying to keep that momentum train going as you start at 10:45 on a Friday morning at the Jessup Softball Invitational 2018 as you'll take on South Winneshiek and then either play Crestwood or Mac Valley according to loss or win there on Friday. So a day off, a little practice, a little batting, but trying to keep the momentum into Friday morning is the name of the game here.
Yeah, in the huddle, my senior said it best. Kyra said, we're going to practice tomorrow, we're going to get better, and then we'll go on Friday. And that's exactly what we're going to do tomorrow. And I know the girls are excited. I'm excited to have this tournament-type atmosphere. I mean, what better way to get yourself ready for what's to come towards the end? And so this is fun. This gotta-win type tournament that we have at Jessup and that we'll get at our own place here in 2 weeks is a lot of fun for the girls. And so I know they're excited to go down there on Friday morning.
Absolutely. Congratulations to the team again and you for a win number 294 career wins in 8 seasons. Best of luck. We'll see you come next week.
Thanks, guys, and thanks for making the trip.
Absolutely. Tiffany Ray, the head coach of the West Delaware Hawks. Her team gets the 12-0 win in 5 innings here tonight as the Hawks with the victory. We'll take a look at the totals now for the Marion Indians. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 3 runners left on base. They struck out 3 times, all swinging. No walks and no hit batters by Macy Kleitsch. A great effort by Kleitsch tonight, picking up her 7th win on the season. And now a record of 7-3 for Macy Kleitsch, the sophomore. For the West Delaware Hawks, 12 runs, 11 hits, 11 of those runs in that top of the 5th inning, 11 hits, 2 errors, 7 runners left on base, 4 strikeouts, 3 swinging, 1 looking, 5 free passes taken against Marion pitching, 3 walks, and 2 hit batters. Total time tonight, 2 hours and 3 minutes. Gameplay was 1 hour and 17 minutes. Hawks get the 12-0 win in 5 innings. And it's amazing, as many years we've been doing this, Billy, of what we haven't seen yet, and we haven't seen too many games where every batter in the lineup gets a hit, but the kind of offensive explosion that happened in that top of the 5th inning with 11 runs and 10 hits, we haven't seen maybe an inning like that ever. If we have, it's been a long while ago.
I've been around West Delaware softball a long time, and I'm not sure that I've seen something like that with not any blooper. They were some hard hits, couple home runs, couple doubles, some hard hit singles. They just did. It was up and down the lineup. It wasn't just 1, 2, 3 of the girls. It was every one of them. So, I think we got a booster club meeting coming up. So I think I'm going to see if we can requisition to get a lightning machine, so that when you get going in a game, we're going to make some lightning and then get a delay. And I don't know, these girls. It would have been so easy just to get off the track, come out, who cares? We're just out here, we're having fun. We kind of lost focus of what we came down here to do tonight, and they did not do that. They did a tremendous job and probably played better out of the second lightning delay than they did after sitting around during all the delay during the JV game. So, hats off for the effort by the kids here tonight.
Absolutely. As the Hawks get the win, they improve their record to 9-5, 6-3 overall in the WAMAC Conference. A road record now of 7-3. Their 4th shutout game. They're now 2-2 in shutouts, and another double-digit game. They're 2-1 in those. As Marion drops to 8-8, 2-4 overall in WAMAC Conference games. Their home record now sits at 2-2 as they're 2-1 in shutout contests. Coming up, that Jessup Softball Invitational on Friday morning. We talked about the Hawks taking on Southwind at 10:45 in Game 1. Game number 2 for the Hawks, if they win, would be at 4 o'clock against Crestwood or Maquoketa Valley. A loss in that Game 1 would be at 2:15. And then we'll let you know of what goes on Saturday. It's based on if they win that second game on Friday afternoon. As that is going to wrap it up, I want to remind you a couple of items here. The annual Cancer Night, trying to strike out cancer. West Delaware softball, putting that on June 18th at Sill Field. It'll be Western Dubuque will be in town. as they will have shirts to order on that. I'll get that information for you shortly. But also coming up next weekend at the Hawks Softball Invitational inside the Beckman Sports Complex, the West Delaware Athletic Booster Club and Rundy Ford are working together to help raise up to $6,000 as part of Ford Motor Company's Drive for Your School program. They will have the opportunity to raise money for the Booster Club by test driving a Ford vehicle for every person who test drives a new Ford at that one-day event next Friday, June 15th, from 11 a.m. to 4 o'clock. Every person who test drives at the event will donate $20 to the WD Booster Club. Ford Motor Company will donate that $20 to the WD Booster Club for everybody that just test drives a vehicle. Once again, next Friday from 11 a.m. till 4 o'clock at the Hawks Softball Invitational, as they hope you, the Booster Club hopes you come out and drive to support the West Delaware Athletic Booster Club next Friday. And at Cancer Awareness Night, T-shirts are on sale now. Contact Coach Hannah Cole if you would want one, $15 each. The deadline is this Friday at noon for the Strikeout Cancer Awareness Night 2018, June 18th against Western Dubuque at Sill Field. That is going to do it tonight. Thanks to Nick and Ashley back in the studio. Thanks to our partner, as always, Bill Logan, for his great expertise and work. And John Swisher saying, have yourselves a good and safe rest of the night. The Hawks get the 12-0 victory here tonight with a spectacular fifth inning of offense after 46-minute weather delay. Have yourselves a good rest of your Wednesday night, everybody. So long from Marion, Iowa.